Hello everyone, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. I'm Commander Exorcist, and we're here for another episode of Exploration and Chill. I've been working so long on ranking up, trying to earn my Federal Corvette through my Federal rank, which I did complete, thank you all. And so here we are today, and I have found an incredible ammonia world. And now that I'm on approach, I don't even think this is a red world. I think this is a yellow world. And we'll find out once we get down into the atmosphere. And I keep hitting the wrong button here. But, yeah, so I'm trying to find... So we're going to be scanning. There are 5 biologic signals. And today, we're just going to be scanning this planet, flying around, and taking a look. Hope that you'll stick with me for a little bit of just relaxed and chill gameplay, which is typically what I've been doing on Mondays. Look at this world. While I'm thinking about it, I need to switch to my bioscanner setup. This is gorgeous. Look at these mountain ranges. There's a few of these worlds out there, but not many, and they tend to be atmospheric. And as we go along, everybody, if you enjoy the content I create on this channel, it's time for the YouTube stuff. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure notifications are turned on so that you don't miss any of my Elite Dangerous content, whether it's Let's Plays, news, updates, El Presidente, partner reveals, you know, all the stuff. Wow. Channel celebrated its 7th year online. So that's 7 years from the day I created it. I actually didn't start making content until a couple of years after it was created. So I got a little notification from Google yesterday. It said, hey, Commander Exorcist, congratulations on your 7 years as a YouTube member. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't mean I did anything with it for that long. So, wow, this planet is gorgeous. And it is yellow. So I'm going to touch down, put our landing gear down so that I don't slam into the planet surface. All right, Oseus, a lot of it right here. Let's just go ahead and, wow, we really are kind of on the side of a mountain, aren't we? Whoops, there we go. And adjust. I've adjusted quite well to using my Thrustmaster Sol R1. Really loving it. I don't think I'll ever go back to using a controller in Elite. I just don't see it happening. All right, so we're gonna right out of the gate, we are going to be scanning Oseus, which tends to be a problem in a lot of the videos that I do. It's one of the last things that I end up trying to find and having to fly for an excessive amount of time and over the planet surface. Oh, this planet, look at this. This is gorgeous. I'm going to make sure to get a decent thumbnail. First scan. Not too bad. So this one is 1.2 million. And it doesn't look like we're going to have to go far because this stuff is everywhere. My goodness. It's all over the ridges here. And I got that wrong. I don't know why I said 1.2. It's 2.1. I got it backwards. It's just been one of those days, I guess. Yep. Let's go out here and scan this one. So yeah, let's see. Elite's been doing good. Still continuing to get updates with Trailblazers. They're making changes to how the colonization system works. I have not engaged with the colonization system in a couple of months, primarily because I built what I wanted to build in my star system. There is one more station I would like to build, which is another, either another Orbis or a Coriolis. I would like to have a larger station, but I just don't have the energy or the drive to focus on a major project like that at this time. So. All right. So let's find the third one here. My goodness. Is everything going to be in this little valley? I mean, that's no fun. I want to go flying a little bit. So let's say this. If everything is in this valley, we will go flying around and take a look at the planet. Just kind of fly through the canyons and the valleys and over the hills and through the woods and across to Grandma's house. Yeah, this is one of the reasons. I mean, I love the Nightwish. I really do. I actually flew it the other day for the Out There video I did last week. Thank you all for the kind words about Out There and about that video. But one of the reasons I really like the Mandalay is the ability to land it pretty much anywhere. I don't have to... The Nightwish was so hard to land in some of these valleys, or you had to land it and leave it and go searching for things. But with the Mandalay, nah, man, I can just... Pretty much anywhere I want to go, I can find a little spot to put the legs down on this thing. So we learned a little bit more about Vanguards. Talk about Vanguards for a few minutes. So we learned a little bit more about Vanguards the other day. And actually, I just decided there's this... Let's just go over here and... scan this one before we take off so we don't need to fly around. But like I said, we learned a little bit about Vanguards, and they decided to keep the name Squadrons because they were going to name the Squadrons feature Vanguards. But Vanguards is just going to be the name of the update. But in essence, Vanguards is a souped-up version of Squadrons, and they're adding new features and refining some of the stuff that's already there, making it a little bit more interactive and giving people more of a purpose to participate in squadron activities. Now, and I said in my video, and it still holds true, I've interacted with the Squadrons feature in Elite Dangerous exactly one time. I know plenty of people that use it. I'm in a squadron, and and that's the moment I've participated in. I think one activity. And I got that nice little 3-star deal. I think that's where that come from, was a squadron activity. And so in Vanguards, what you'll have is the ability to assign roles and assign functions and encourage people to take part in different activities as part of a squadron. So like, say you're really into mining, that's like your thing. Create a squadron, and then you can tailor your squadron to mining activities, and there'll be perks and stuff where, you know, if you want to set a perk and somebody mines, they can say get additional resource output as being part of your mining group. So that's interesting. There's some interesting parts to it. It'll be curious to see how much it matters in the grand scheme of things going forward. So, because a lot of people are already in squadrons. Now, I can say that one of the consequences, and I call it a consequence because it's what it feels like, one of the consequences of Vanguards, I think, is going to be the disillusion of many current squadrons. Because I've heard from several different people that they are, oh my god, I love this world. I think my ship needs a little bit of a paint job. What do you guys think? What I've heard is the pending dissolution of some squadrons, because there are perks for dissolving your current squadrons and then branching out into smaller ones, especially if you're looking for things like the perks. Because if you have a squadron right now that is, say, multi-rolled, and it might be beneficial to dismantle a squadron, a larger squadron, and then bring in people who mine, have a separate squadron for exploration, and so on and so forth. And I can tell you that from an experienced military history guy, like somebody who's actually served in the military and been in quite a few actual squadrons, that is very realistic because squadrons tend to be specialized. Your squadrons will, military squadrons especially, tend to be focused on a specific mission, whether you're a fighter squadron, a bomber squadron, reconnaissance, medical, whatever. You know, there's different activities, you know, that specialize unique roles within a squadron. Now, there's a subset of things that they do, but you're rarely going to find, say, a squadron that would do mining operations and logistics along with fighters and all these other things. Usually you would have, say, a mining squadron or a logistics squadron. We don't have mining squadrons, but I'm using this as an elite example. So I don't know. It is a conversation that I know is being had, and I don't know how that is going to be going forward. As for me, I do not know what I will do. I don't think I'm going to make my own squadron. I don't know if I have enough friends or activities for that, but I will probably remain with the squadron that I'm in, simply because I don't interact with that system that much. Sounds like it would be great for power play. So if you're like really deep into power play, that's your jam, then squadrons might exactly be something that you're looking for. Because what you can do is have your squadron member assign roles and assign perks that align with whatever superpower you're going to support, or minor power, whichever one you're doing. And you actually, in the squadron control panel, you can align with those. So say you're a Jerome Archer kind of guy or girl, you can go ahead and assign your squadron to that specific power, pledge a power play, and then you've got the bonuses from, say, Jerome Archer, and then you get bonuses from your actual squadron activities. So, you know, I think that if you lay it out properly, like sit down and kind of think about it, and as a squadron owner, take some time to appropriately assign people and manage it effectively, it could probably be a pretty good system for supplying, you know, additional perks and things for folks. You know, the only thing that like I said in my video, my only concern is like the fleet carrier. You know, the squadron carriers are going to be nice. There's going to be it just means there's going to be a lot more carriers in the game. But then you've got the not being able to share certain ships and modules across the carrier. And when I made the video, you know, I was really kind of disappointed in the whole thing, and I still am. But the more that I think about it, it just seems like such a short-sighted decision that I'm not sure it was made intentionally. Or I want to say intentionally. I think it's something they had to do. It almost seems forced. My God, this world! Look at this. This is the kind of place that I wish I had the ability to colonize. Like, I wish I had a portable nav beacon that I could drop out here. I want to put a beacon out here. This is freaking gorgeous. So we're looking for Fungoida at this point. Oh, so nice. Fungoida is not going to be down here in the valley. If it is around here, it's going to be up on that mountain ridge there. So we're going to go up to the top of the mountain range and look for the Vanguard. But like I was saying about Vanguards, it makes me wonder if it wasn't intentional. Like they don't have the ability to allow you to share engineered modules, but I can't really think of why. If it's I hate to use the term DRM for digital rights management, but in a way, you know, games like Elite have this kind of internal DRM for modules and activities and systems. So like me as a player, I have to earn the rights within the game to visit certain engineers for certain modules. You know, I'm not eligible for all of the engineering modules because I haven't unlocked that capability. Now, I could see not being able to share that type of module. Let's say that there's some kind of military reinforcement that I don't have the ability to engineer on my own. I could see the possibility of not being able to share a module from somebody else that has engineering upgrades on it that I'm not eligible to use. I could see that. But what if it's like a frameshift drive update or a sensor update or something that I do have, or at least I have the capability to unlock with the engineer if I brought them the right materials? Let's say I've already had the engineer open. Why can't I share that stuff? Or why can't that stuff be shared with me? And there is some fungoida over there. Ooh. Are we going to be able to land? Are we going to make it? See, this is why I love the Mandalay. I can land. I would never be able to get an Anaconda landed on the side of this mountain range. So it makes me wonder, what is it that about the whole thing? I just don't think they woke up and said, oh, it would be great, you know, to share ships, but you can only share non-engineered ships. I guarantee somebody in that boardroom or somebody around there had to shake their head and go, no, bro, that's not a good idea. Like, nobody's going to go for that. Who flies an unengineered ship anyway? Unless they're doing it for a challenge or they're just lazy. Like, really? Well, what's going to be good for the game? No, it's not. Like, who are you? And do you work here? That would be my question to that person. Like, do you even work here? So I don't know. It's possible that it's an in-game limitation of some kind. And if it is, that's unfortunate. And I think it would have been better just to leave that feature out. Like, if you want to share other stuff, credits, merits, whatever it is that is appropriate to share via a fleet carrier, that would have been fine. But sharing ships with such a handicapped position, nah, man, that's not good. So they should have just left that out. But, you know, we don't have Vanguards yet, so it's not like we're going to be, that's wholly the truth of how everything is. Maybe they'll take the feedback, because I'm sure they've received quite a bit of feedback. I know that more than one of us have voiced concerns on YouTube and other places saying, hey, you know, what's going on here? Why are you doing this? Oh, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to land here. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, let's just go somewhere else. I don't know if I'm going to be able to... Oh, there was something. I don't know if I'll be able to land on this side because it's at a high angle. There we go. Oh, yeah. So, you know, I mean, I am kind of judging it a little bit at the moment. But there's always room for improvement, and there's always room for things to change. So maybe they can find a workaround, maybe not. But in the end, this is the opportunity for us to say something about it. And, you know, it's not out yet. We don't know exactly how it functions. We've just been told what they're working on. And even the user interface slides that they gave us, those are mock-ups. Those aren't even the real, like, actual user interface. So everything is subject to change. So if we're going to voice dissatisfaction with the direction this is going, then this is certainly the time for us to do it. All right, so we got 2 of our Fungoida. Those are worth 1.67 million. Our Tubus was worth 2.6 million, and our Tussock was 1.7 million. So once we get done with the bacterium, once we're done with the Fungoida, we will chase down the bacterium, and we will have earned ourselves a cool 10 million credits for this planet alone. And once the multiplier kicks in, it'll be a tasty 50 million credits for this one little world. Plus, we got some amazing video, because this is a gorgeous world, so nice to see it immortalized in a Let's Play and or an Exploration and Chill officially. I think this is number 6 or something. Like, we've got quite a few of these. One of these days I'll just do one of these where I kind of show you guys some rocky airless worlds and how to find we'll find some cool geology places. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to land here. So let's press on. I only need one more spot or one more set of fungus. Gotta be something around here. Oh, I would love to put an installation on one of these ridges so that we can have this kind of view all the time. And just want to take a moment while I'm thinking about it to say thank you, everybody, for your continued support here on the channel. YouTube has throttled the hell out of us. I've mentioned it in the last few videos, but you guys have really stepped up, and thank you for your love and your support. Greatly appreciated. I don't think we can land down here, can we? Oh. Okay, let's go a little spot here. I can do it. I bet I can do it. Come on, X. Oh, we did it down here in the jagged areas. So, but yeah, thank you guys for the support. It's been a rough couple months, but we've reached. It's the time of year where people are going outside more. So, you know, everything tends to drop in the May to June time frame. There's this little like summer break lull for both growth and viewership. So, you know, people are going outside, which is nice. I'm spending more time outside, less time on video games, and more time getting out in the sun. I think I saw it. Ah, yeah, is this one? Is there one freaking fungus up here? Oh, no, there's a couple over there. All right, I was like, did I get lucky and find one on the ridge? All right. So that is a 1.67 million credit intake. So we are at right around 8 million. Right about 8.4 million. So we need to find bacterium. Now, bacterium certainly will not grow here in the higher elevations. So we need to go back down into the valley. I didn't see any in the valley, although I really didn't look. So we're going to go back down into the valley and see if we can find bacterium to close out. But it would be nice to do some geology stuff, fly around, and you know. We have no idea what the upcoming feature in Elite is later this year. No idea at all. I can't even speculate. I would like to think that whatever the feature is some kind of an overhaul for possibly exploration. Would be nice to see additional plant life introduced to the galaxy. Some kind of changes to planetary surfaces, maybe clouds, just slight clouds, some kind of an improvement to the skybox when you're in the atmospheric worlds. Anything, I'll take anything. Some kind of love for the exploration community, please, Frontier. Like I said, we don't know, we don't have any idea, but it's really the time to speculate, and that's all I got. Because I mean, AX Combat, they got theirs last year. They got, you know, the Titans, and that was an amazing. 2024 was one of the best years of Elite Dangerous, period. And I'm glad that I was here for it. Got the decal and the T-shirt to go with it. But you know, now we're getting squadrons, and we're starting to see in Galnet rising tensions with the superpowers. Now that the Cathargoid War is over, we're starting to see a little bit of pushback. You know, Sirius has been kicked out of the Alliance. And we've had a couple of CGs that were pretty intense with combat and other things. So I'd like to see exploration get a little bit of love, man. All right, so we're looking for bacteria. I hope it's not going to be forever trying to find bacteria. But let's see here. Maybe we'll get lucky. There we go. Forgot to put my landing gear down. Well, that was easy. I hope it's going to be that way for the rest of it. why I keep pulling out my gun. I mean, it'd be cool if the bacteria jumped up and attacked me. I'd be ready to fight. Why is this not working? There we go. Sometimes the scanner is fickle. You've got to point it at the right angle for it to work. So there won't be an out there this week. So this is an off week. And I'm not really sure what else is going to be going on. Since we got 2 Galnet articles last week, I'm not sure we'll get another one. So unless we get something spicy or something worth reporting on, there will be no Taco Tuesday tomorrow. So this is most likely it for Elite Dangerous this week, which is a little bit nice. It'd be nice to take a little bit of a break. So this whole YouTube content creating thing is a little more exhausting than I expected, especially when you put in a lot of effort and like 5 people watch you. But I didn't say that. You guys can ignore that. All right. So that's 2 of our 1.6 million credit bacterium. So we just need 1 more, and we will have us a cool 50 million credits for this world. I know I've flown over a couple of them, but I have the Bio Insights plugin running, so I'm waiting on it to give me a pop-up saying that I've gone far enough. Okay. Hopefully I didn't fly away from like the only bacterium spot on the entire planet. Oh, really? This might be a problem. Come on. There we go. Oh. I was worried there for a minute. Bacterium can be really challenging. In places where it just doesn't grow on worlds. Like it'll be in these small 2-kilometer like pockets of it, and then there's just nothing for half of the hemisphere. You can imagine a long time ago when I first started playing Odyssey, I used to hunt for this stuff using an SRV. Never again. And that is it. So with the scanning of that bacteria, we have earned a cool 50 million credits for about 27 minutes of work here on this alien world. All I gotta do is go back to Eden's Gate and sell it to Vista Genomics, though. You know what? I'm not done, though, because I really like this world. Let's go for a fly. Let's just take a trip through these mountains. These are gorgeous. I flew through a carbon dioxide world a couple of weeks ago with some beautiful canyons, just going as fast as I could. But I was doing it in Arborea, and so I was a little nervous. I didn't want to end up destroying my exploration ship. First Light, unfortunately, First Light is a little more abused, so I'm not worried about rebuys for this ship. I mean, I am, but not as much as I am with my exploration ships. Oh, this is so cool. Can't we have more planets like this? And this is an ammonia world. So normally ammonia worlds are red. But in some cases, we get these gorgeous yellow worlds. Which I think is funny because I was doing the Out There Remembrance last week. And I got a couple of messages saying, hey, what kind of world is that yellow one? It's like, it's an ammonia world. I've had a few of them, and they tend to be very exaggerated with surface features like what you're seeing now. So I think we'll fly in here inside of these, inside this giant canyon here. Wow. Yeah, this was a good planet to be able to do this. Hey, everybody. Just want to say thank you all for hanging out today for our exploration and chill. I love doing these exploration videos, and like I said, Mondays tend to be my Elite Dangerous Let's Play series. So we do a little bit of something. I try to mix it up and do something different every week to showcase a part of the video. I hope that you enjoyed it, And I will see you guys next time. Until then, I am Commander Exorcist. Take care, fly safe, and I will see you out there.